The third method, controlled oxidation. Oxidation na enadhu? What is oxidation? Controlled oxidation. What is oxidation? Addition of oxygen. So we are going to add oxygen to alkanes. Okay. So controlled oxidation means addition of oxygen to alkanes at high pressure. In the presence of catalyst. In the presence of a suitable catalyst. That is only called as controlled oxidation. So for example, CH4, methane. To methane I am going to add oxygen. Okay. So when I add oxygen, what will happen? So 2CH4. Okay. So how much CH4 is there? 2CH4. How many oxygen is there? 2 oxygen is there. So this CH4, I am going to write it as CH3 and 1H separately. Okay. And this CH4 also I am going to write it as CH3 and 1H separately. So one oxygen you write here and another oxygen you write here. What you will get? CH3OH and another CH3OH. So I will get 2CH3OH. So methane will give methanol. If it is ethane, it will give what it will give? We will see. Okay. Now it is high pressure. So the pressure is 100 atmosphere. What is the room pressure? Room pressure is 1 atmosphere. Okay, but how much pressure we are giving? 100 atmosphere, and the catalyst is copper and it is heated to 523 Kelvin. See, if you don't know these things, okay, simply write catalyst high pressure, that's all. Don't write the numbers wrongly and then it will become wrong. Okay, so if you don't know, you can simply write in the presence of catalyst, you can write high pressure, that's all. Okay, then also they will give full marks. Okay, next one, if it is ethane, what is the formula for ethane? CH3CH3. Okay, and if I add oxygen, again the catalyst is CH3COO twice Mn. What is the name of this catalyst? CH3COOH means what? It is acetic acid. CH3COO means it is acetate. Okay. Mn means what? Manganese. So it is manganese acetate. Manganese acetate is the catalyst. So high temperature and pressure, what I will get? So I have 2 CH3CH3. So CH3CH3. Okay. And another CH3CH3. So what I am going to do is, I am going to write H. So in this 2 hydrogens will be remaining and in this 2 hydrogens will be remaining. Yes or no? Yes. How many oxygens are there totally? 6 oxygens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. two oxygens I am going to write here. Two oxygens I am going to write here. One oxygen with this H2 and another oxygen with this H2. So what I will be getting? 2 CH3COOH plus 2 H2O. Okay. So methane on oxidation gives methanol. Ethane on oxidation gives ethanoic acid. Okay. Next is isomerization. What do you mean by isomers? Isomers means what? Isomer means what? They will have same molecular formula, but they will have different structure. Okay. So isomerization. Okay. So this isomerization, it takes place in the presence of anhydrous aluminium chloride and acid. Usually we will take HCl. So it takes place in the presence of anhydrous aluminium chloride and an acid HCl. Okay. So CH3, CH2, 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 CH3. What is the name of this compound?
Hexane.
Yes, it is hexane. Okay. Now this hexane is going to undergo isomerization in the presence of anhydrous AlCl3 and HCl. So what it is going to undergo? Isomerization. So it is going to convert into its isomers. What are the isomers of hexane? CH3, CH2, this can be one isomer. Yes or no? Or what other isomer I can get? CH3CH, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. So I can get 3-methyl pentane, or I can get 2-methyl pentane. Okay. So same molecular formula only, but different structure. So this is also alkane, this is also alkane only. So by changing the isomer, we can get different alkanes. Okay. So next one, fifth method, aromatization. Aromatization. So this is the product I have written here. Okay. Let's see here. So it will change into isomers. That's all. Next is aromatization. Aromatization means an alkane will change into an aromatic compound. An alkane will change into aromatic compound. What is meant by aromatic compound? That we will study at the end of this lesson itself. Okay, or in the next lesson we will study. So for now, you just remember aromatic compound means it will have double bonds and it will be in the form of a ring. So now you just remember what is aromatic compound. It will have double bonds and it will be in the form of a ring. So alkanes can change into aromatic compounds. Okay. So how it will change into aromatic compounds? It will change into aromatic compounds by dehydrogenation. Dehydrogenation takes place. Dehydrogenation means what? Hydrogenation means adding hydrogen. Dehydrogenation means it is removal of hydrogen. What is dehydrogenation? It is removal of hydrogen. For example, I am going to take one alkane hexane. What is the formula for hexane? CH3, CH2, 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 CH3. So this is the formula for hexane. So this hexane, for your understanding purpose, I am going to write like this. CH3. Okay, first CH3 I am writing here. CH2, 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 CH3. I am writing like this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 compounds. Now what I am going to do? I am going to do dehydrogenation. Dehydrogenation means what? Removal of hydrogen. So it will take place in the presence of a catalyst like vanadium oxide or chromium oxide. Okay, and the temperature will be 773 Kelvin and the pressure will be 10 to 20 atmospheric pressure. So in this situation, what will happen? The hydrogens will get removed. Okay, so how the hydrogens will get removed? From everywhere the hydrogens will get removed. So what I will get? Tell me. Here I will get, if one hydrogen goes, what will happen? I will get CH here. Here I will get CH. Okay, here I will get CH. Here I will get CH. Here CH3 is there. Here CH3 is there. So if one hydrogen is removed, I will get CH2, CH2. Yes or no? Like this I will get. But I need CH throughout. Okay, so I will increase the temperature and pressure and I will remove one more hydrogen also. Okay, and one more hydrogen, when it goes, there will be a bond which is formed between these two carbons. Okay, this mechanism is not given. You will study in your 12th standard. Okay, but there will be a bond which is formed. Okay, so it will be like this. Okay, you will get a cyclic compound. But it is not aromatic. Aromatic means what? Ring we got, and we should have what bond? Double bond. So carbon, how many bonds each carbon is having here? One bond with hydrogen, one bond this side and one bond this side. Each carbon is having only 3 bonds. So we will get alternate double bonds with this. Okay, what is this structure? You can draw the structure like this. It is benzene. Or you can draw the structure like this also. Okay, in either way you will get. Okay, understood? Sixth one, reaction with steam. Reaction with steam. So alkanes will react with steam at very high temperatures. Okay, at very high temperatures. Okay, in the presence of nickel catalyst, they will form carbon monoxide and dihydrogen. What they will form? Carbon monoxide and dihydrogen. So we will take one alkane, methane. Steam means what? H2O. So methane reacts with steam in the presence of nickel catalyst at a very high temperature. So the temperature here they are given 1273 Kelvin. Okay, so what and all we should get? We should get carbon monoxide. So this one carbon and this one oxygen will form CO, and dihydrogen. Dihydrogen means two hydrogens, H2. Okay, so here there are 4 hydrogens, here there are 2 hydrogens. So 4 plus 2, 6 hydrogens. I can write it as 3H2. Okay. The next one is a very important question. Many times they have asked in the exam. The last chemical property, the 7th chemical property. What is that? Pyrolysis. Pyrolysis. What is pyrolysis? You should know. Write down. Higher alkanes. Higher alkanes means what? Higher alkanes means the alkanes which have more carbon atom. The alkanes which have more carbon atom, they are called as higher alkanes. When you heat the higher alkanes, they will become lower alkanes. The higher alkanes on heating becomes lower alkanes. Lower alkanes means what? The alkanes with less number of carbon atoms. With less number of carbon atoms. Understood? Or sometimes they can become alkenes also. Lower alkanes or alkenes. Okay. So this decomposition, higher alkanes is becoming lower alkanes or alkenes. This is called as pyrolysis. This pyrolysis is also called cracking. It is also called cracking. It is a free radical reaction. Free radical reaction. What is free radical reaction? We studied in the first chemical property, substitution reaction. Okay. So it is a free radical reaction. So it is used to prepare this pyrolysis. It is used to prepare oil gas or kerosene gas. Oil gas or kerosene gas or petrol. Okay, so it is used for the preparation of this. Okay, so they have given one example equation, C6H14. What is C6H14? C6. 6 means how many carbons? 6 carbons means what is the name? Hexane. Sorry. Okay, hexane. Don't laugh, Aditya. 773 Kelvin. So it can decompose into 3 kinds of products. The first one, it can become C6H12 plus H2. So 2 hydrogen alones is reducing, but carbon amount is same. So that means hexane is becoming hexene here. Okay, and then C4H8 plus C2H6. C4H8 plus C2H6. What is C4H8? It is the form of CnH2n. So it is an alkene. So 4 carbons alkene means it is butene. C2H6, it is CnH2n plus 2. So this is an alkane. So what is this alkane? With 2 carbons, ethane. Okay. So next I can get C3H6 plus C2H4 plus CH4. C3H6 is propene. This is ethene, and CH4 is methane. Okay, so three kinds of products I can get for hexane alone. Similarly, if it is pentane, it will form different types of products. Okay, so heptane, octane and all, they will form different types of products. So one more example they have given. This is very important example. They have given the decomposition of, pyrolysis of dodecane. Dodecane. What is dodecane? Decane means what? 10. Do means 2. So 10 plus 2, 12 carbons. Okay, 10 plus 2, 12 carbons. Okay, so they have given the pyrolysis of dodecane. What is this dodecane? This dodecane is the main constituent in kerosene oil. Okay, this is the main constituent in kerosene oil. This is an application based question they may ask. Okay. So if pyrolysis of dodecane, it is done in the presence of a catalyst. Either it can be nickel or palladium or platinum catalyst. Okay, and it is heated to 973 Kelvin. It is heated to 973 Kelvin. So what I will get, the products which are formed are a mixture of heptane and pentene. Heptane and pentene. Okay, so this they may ask. Dodecane means what I told? Decane means 10, do means 2. So 10 plus 2, 12 carbons. So it is C12H 2N plus 2. 2 12s are 24 plus 2, 26. So C12H26. This is dodecane. So what I am going to do? What is the catalyst? Platinum or palladium or nickel. 973 Kelvin. I should get heptane. Heptane means what? C7. So H2N plus 2. So 7 2s are 14 plus 2, 16. So this is heptane. Pentene. C5H10. C5H10 plus other products will be formed. Understood? This is a very big lesson. Okay. So listen here, we have completed in alkane, the naming of alkane, preparation of alkane, physical properties, and we have completed chemical properties. Okay, so tomorrow we will study the geometry of alkanes, and then we will go to alkenes. In alkenes also we will study all these things, then alkynes, and then for the aromatic compounds, ringed compounds also we will study. Okay, everything, and with this lesson will get over, and after this I will start chemical bonding lesson. Okay, volume 1. Volume 2 chapters are very important because they will ask that in that will come in 12th standard also. Environmental chemistry is the last lesson, 14th lesson, but it is very easy. We will be studying carbon cycle, water pollution, soil pollution. Already in 10th standard, our environment, you would have studied that. Okay. And hydrogen is a separate lesson. S block elements, P block elements is there. That and all comes under inorganic chemistry, which is the boring chemistry. Okay. So organic and the other things we will complete.